welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time. My name is Dana, and yeah, so today we are going to tackle a very important topic, and the topic is modesty. Okay, what is modesty and what isn't? I believe that modesty really is defined by the culture that we're living in.
Where to start?
So for those of you who don't know, I'm Israeli. And in Israel, we have, of course, lots of groups of people, but one very dominant group, or yeah, not necessarily dominant, identifying group is the Orthodox Jews. That they dress in a certain way. And then we also have Muslims, and they dress in another way. Okay, both of them are very modest in their dressing.
Not in their dressing.
In the way they dress. But they still dress differently. So for example, in the West, if a woman just is wearing some jeans, it doesn't mean that she's not being modest, right? I mean, there is more to just wearing pants or trousers, whatever you want to call it. It's about more of revealing skin and stuff like that. Here in Israel, for example, and as I told you, in other countries, surrounding countries, it's not just about not being very much covered, but also sometimes even when it is covered, such as in the case of pants for Orthodox Jews at least, even if a woman is wearing long jeans or long pants, okay, it's still immodest. Everybody accepts and understands that, well, I am wearing pants, so I don't necessarily wear very modest clothing. Just because I wear pants, no matter if they're short or long, and no matter if they're loose or not. So this is a standard. If, for example, like this sleeve here, this is a short sleeve, okay, so this is not modest either. If your shirt reveals more than just your collarbones, that is also not very modest. If, for example, a woman, a married woman is showing off her hair, her natural hair, that is not very modest, because like your hair, only your husband or your immediate family can see it. Why? Because hair is a very beautiful thing, and many men are attracted to women because of their hair. So in order to avoid a temptation for men, so women must cover their hair. Okay, now I don't want to go and talk or bad talk, those religions. If you are an Orthodox Jew and you're sincere in whatever you're doing, or you're a Muslim, or I don't know, whatever, if you guys have rules, because you believe in them, and I believe that if you're sincere, then that's I don't know, that covers so much, and I should not judge you. But I'm talking more about what modesty is in the broader way. That was actually a cultural shock when I went to Argentina, because I realized that there are so many girls who wear like spaghetti straps or strapless shirts, okay, or they wear very, very, very short shorts, or mini skirts, and I was in shock because I wasn't raised that way. So that's why I say that modesty depends a lot on the culture, because like probably if a woman wears in a certain way here in Israel, men would look at her, but I remember in Argentina, for example, I would actually try to catch a guy looking at the girl's body or whatever, and of course there are always men like that everywhere. But actually it wasn't out of the norm, I think. It just seemed not to bother anybody, not the pastors, not the parents, not nobody. So I'm not saying this is modest or not modest, I'm just saying that this is very, very cultural. But the rules of modesty vary and differ from country to country, from culture to culture. So, but I do believe that there must be some sort of guideline as of what it is modest and what it is not. I think there are lots of gray areas in this subject, so I don't want to give an outline or just a set of rules to say, okay, if you wear these, then you're wearing modest clothing, or if not, because yeah, I don't think so. But I do believe that the guide for modesty is prayer. Why am I saying this? I have seen it in my own life. Like I would have, I don't know, some short dresses, like even mini dresses, but not very, very, very short, just short, probably like 3-4 inches above the knee. I don't like my legs, so that's why I wouldn't I wouldn't allow myself, to wear very, very short shorts or skirts or dresses. I remember that I personally would buy those things when I wouldn't really feel very connected to God. The days I would be more connected to God, I wouldn't want to wear those things. I would actually feel uncomfortable wearing that. And it even happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I was looking at my closet and I was thinking, okay, there are here a few dresses that don't fit me anymore and I need to get rid of them. But I still wanted to try them on and see how they look on me. And when I tried them on, it surprised me how uncomfortable I felt, even though they were just a couple of inches above my knee. I did realize that this is the Holy Spirit calling me for something different, to something different. It was actually spaghetti straps dresses, but it didn't really bother me here. It bothered me more on the leg region. So I just decided, okay, yeah, I mean, I don't feel comfortable wearing these, but probably there's someone else that, I don't know, probably it fits them better than me, and probably it's a little longer for them, probably they're shorter than me or whatever. So I just decided to give away those clothes. But I also wanted to emphasize something I think it's very important. When you wear something, it's not just what you wear, it's how you combine the things, okay? And your attitude, your body language. Because I've realized that I look in one way and people react at me in one way when I wear a fairly short dress, but if I wear it with pumps, they react in one way and in a different way than when I wear it with flats, for example, or with ballerina shoes. I think it also depends how you combine it. For example, if I would wear jeans or skinny jeans, I wouldn't match it with pumps, because that makes it like a little bit more sensual, and I don't want to transmit that. I don't want to be a temptation for anybody, to fall into the sin of lust. So if I wear some skinny jeans, I would most likely wear some flats or some sneakers, and I would definitely pair it, with a loose top. It doesn't have to be very, very loose or whatever, but it does depend on your style and how you feel comfortable. Yeah, so that's also important. And the other thing that I was telling you about was attitude, right? Like sometimes I see like some religious Jews, and I point to religious Jews because again, this is what I have in my country, and this is like the standard of modesty. There are girls that, like wear long skirts, but they're those tube skirts. And God gave them a very beautiful figure, so they put, these tube skirts. I don't see that as a modest clothing, because you can see everything. So, I mean, the fact that you cover everything does not necessarily mean that you're wearing modest clothing. It does have to do with how you walk, how you conduct yourself, how you talk, how you look at a person. If you're flirting, if you're not flirting, that has so much to do with modesty, because I believe that's part of it. Well, that's, of course, again, beside a matching what to wear with what, and it doesn't necessarily has to do with the length of the sleeve or of the pants or whatever. But my counsel would be for you to just go to God and ask Him. Many times when I go shopping, I take Jesus with me, and like we go to a store, I get some clothes to try on, and then when I try it on, I ask Jesus, so Lord, what do you think about this? Do you like it? How do you like it? And seriously, I mean, that also takes practice, to realize, okay, this is from God or this is just a monologue with myself. But definitely there have been some times that I love something so much, but He says no. I'll be like, oh, if God said no, so He knows why not. So just take Jesus with you and pray to God about your clothes, your wardrobe. And yes, and just follow His leading. Of course, God likes variety, and I don't think it is good to change your style just because somebody else says no or doesn't like it or whatever. But modesty, I think, is very relevant. even to us, and especially to us nowadays, through our clothes and through our body language, we can transmit a message, and we should transmit the right message, you know, to the world, that we're Christians, that we love God, we love Jesus, and that we do promote a life of purity and a life of modesty, because our body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, and we should really take care of it. So yeah, body being a temple, that's a topic for so much for another video. But I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. You can comment below. And anyway, God bless you all. Until next time. Bye bye.